Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and today I'm bringing you a very special upload. Not so much in the battle sense of the word, but there's two very special things about this battle. The first thing is that I bought all of the DLC that has come out for Total War Warhammer, so now we can see the Wood Elves, Clan Angren, and any other of the new units, such as the Beastmen as well. And as you can see, I am playing as the Beastmen today, the Mighty Horde. And the second thing is that this is a custom battle, so I've never played on this battle before. It's kind of a siege battle type thing. So it looks like some ruined Dwarven keep, kind of. But you can see there's like been some greenskin influence here as well. So we've got this really cool kind of choke point bridge here, but the enemy defenders decided not to use that, and the reason for that being is because I can deploy all of my forces kind of on this one flank here, and we could come in behind and come around and flank from behind. So they didn't deploy there. What they did decide to do is to deploy at this main kind of structure gate here. So you can see them all deployed. It's quite a nice siege battle environment. It's nice and open, so you can really use cav effectively if you do choose to bring them. But yeah, let's go over the army comps before we start here. So looking at my allies first, you can see the one is a Beastman and one is the Empire. So we've got some Spearmen with shields, 4 units there. We've got an Empire Captain, a General of the Empire, 2 Empire Captains and a General of the Empire. And then we've got 4 units of crossbowmen, and we've got an Amber Wizard, and I can zoom down and like show you guys these here, so they're looking pretty cool. You can see the Empire Captains right there. And we've got 2 units of Mortar for the Empire, and for the... Oh, and he's got 2 units of Demigryph Knights over here, so they're pretty deadly. Looking good, looking awesome. And then for the Beastman player, he's got 2 units of Minotaurs with great weapons, and he has a Cygor and a Gorbull, and we've got the Morghur the Shadowgave, who is looking pretty gross. Look at the he's obviously like been infested with like boils or something like that. That's pretty gross. And then it looks like he's got 4 units of Gorherd with shields. And he's got a Bray Shaman on the Razor Gore Chariot. So he's looking especially disgruntled this morning. And then he's got, what have we got? He's got 4 units of these Harpies. They're like kind of a flying melee unit. They just look like little nude men with wings. So yeah, so then looking at my army over here, I deployed my entire army over here on this flank. So I've got, I believe, 4 units or 6 units of Gorherd. And then I've got 4 units of Gorherd with shields. And I have also Morghur the Shadowgrave, because he is my actual faction leader. And we've got Minotaurs, 2 of them. And I also have a Cygor as well. So looking at the enemy teams, there is a Dwarven player and a... Bordeleaux player, I believe. Maybe? Yeah, I think so. So for the dwarves, they've got some rangers over here. Got some iron drakes. These guys are pretty deadly. They're like a flamethrower infantry. And we've got a couple of dwarf warriors here with Belegar Ironhammer. And then he has a couple of units up here. He's got Norgrimling's Ironbreakers, so they're pretty OP. And he's got a couple miners with blasting charges. Just take a look at the red and gold. Like, that is epic. They look really nice. And the rest of his army is kind of deployed over here. So he's got a Goblobber and a Organ Gun. And he's got another unit of Iron Drakes over here. A couple more units of Rangers. And some Dwarf Warriors. See, I love these open type siege battles. Because look at that. Because of the broken walls. Like, you can kind of flank in this way. Then you got like the main battle kind of going on over here. Then you've got like this little peak battle that, or sorry, the little peak entrance where you can kind of flank around, so I'll be using that way for sure. And then the Bordeleaux player, he's got Alberic de Bordeleaux. He's got some Grail Knights, got some Spearmen-at-Arms, some Men-at-Arms, some Foot Squires, Peasant Bowmen with fire arrows, and he's got a couple of the Pegasus Knights over here, 2 units of them, and some more Men-at-Arms. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin this battle. It starts quickly over here, because my troops will just be kind of moving into position. Oh, we got the Cygor already unleashing his Rock of Vengeance. Yeah, getting some good kills there because they are really clumped up. Oh, the mortar coming in as well. Getting some good hits. Oh, yeah. I feel sorry for these peasants here. So I think the Bordeleaux player quickly realizes that he can't really stand here and allow his troops to be chewed up like this, because they are just going to get destroyed. Ooh, more artillery coming in. Oh. So yeah, you can see that he's just starting to spread out his troops. So look at the damage already. Wow. And then you can see over here, very quietly, all of my troops waiting in reserve. They're going to be moving up this hillside here. I just told them to walk. I didn't want them to get too tired. Just look at the flood, though. Oh, I would be ridiculously scared if I saw this. Oh, coming up through the trees. Because that's the thing. You're like, if you're a defender and you're sitting over here on the walls and you're like, oh man, that is a pretty large force, I hope that we can beat them, and then like scouts report that there's another force like in the trees headed up, I would be pretty worried. But they're doing the right thing here. They're covering themselves with the walls so that they don't take any more unnecessary damage. But the artillery is returning for the defending players. We got the Bray Shaman just charging in. He's not going to wait for anybody. Or is he not? Okay, yeah, he changed his mind. That's a good idea. I would not be charging in if I were you. You can see the Ungor herd coming through, charging in. Yeah, and they're getting ripped up by the organ gun, as you can see. Luckily, the mortars can still fire over the walls. The Dwarven player is pushing into position. And look at that, the Gore herd with shields already breaking. So that did not look good for us. Not good at all. I'm going to try and get as much cinematics as possible for you guys. Yeah, look at that, the Gore herd are just running. They cannot handle the firepower that the defenders have here. Oh, that is crazy. But luckily, I am moving my troops up onto the hilltop here. As you can see, they are getting into position. And we've got the dwarves here waiting for us. And we got Belegar. Belegar Iron Hammer. That's some kind of headpiece he's got. Yeah, so I see that they're starting to unleash their little bombs on my infantry, so I pull them back. Just try and get a view of the battle going on down there as well. You can see I return fire with my Cygor because I have the superior range over here. Taking a look over here, it's kind of a bit of a stalemate. We've got the Empire troops now charging forwards, along with the Gore herd returning from breaking. The Cygor is also taking some shots as well. We should have a good infantry clash here. Nice. Men versus men. So we got the Empire kind of holding them at bay here. Gorherd breaking again. Yeah, they're not really that powerful. And you can see that Belegar has come through. I've got my Minotaurs charging from the trees. We're going to get right into melee with these Iron Breakers right now so they can't throw their bombs. And it's the same over here so that the miners with blasting charges can't use their blasting charges. And you can see at this point I activate... oh, did I already activate them? Yes, I did. So I'm already activating a lot of my Gorherd. They're going to pour around this way, and they're going to flank around and lock all of the Bordeleaux and Dwarven infantry over here so that they can't use it any longer. The Empire is hanging on, though. And we've got the little Harpies. They're, you know, creating some havoc over here, stopping the artillery from firing. Yeah, you can see I'm taking some big hits here. But I just want to get them into melee as quickly as possible. Oh, a nice hit in the rear there. Yeah, so I've got my Gorherd engaged. We got some more spearmen coming in. You can see up on the hill there, the Minotaur is still attacking. Yes, you can see that the miners with blasting charges have broken, and I am just getting my Gorbull into melee against Belegar Ironhammer. Over on this side, the Empire troops have been pushed back, it looks like. But the enemy side, or sorry, my ally's Cygor is hitting these Grail Knights in the flank because they did charge into my Gorherd. Luckily, they did hold on, though. And you can see that the battle is already almost finished. It was very, very quick. You can see that Belegar Ironhammer is breaking. His miners with blasting charges are breaking. Oh, Belegar did steady, but I believe he does rout. And the rest of the Dwarven forces over here, like, there's not much left. You can see that victory is already in our grasp. We executed it perfectly. Always remember that when you are attacking, make sure to attack together. If I had just sat back and not engaged at this point, yeah, look at that. Everyone breaks. Such a quick battle, but such an epic one. Probably one of my favorites. I was just really excited to use the new units. You can see that I played as the Warherd of the Shadowgave. And a lot of my units not even seeing battle here. But the ones that did pretty well. My Minotaur is obviously performing well, as is the Cygor. And the Beastmen player, all around doing not too bad. His Gorherd did pretty trash, but to be honest, the hail of arrows and artillery fire that he had to go through to make it to the battle. His Cygor getting 100 kills, that's good. And the Empire player, not doing too bad. The Spearmen with shields didn't do well, but they're pretty garbage anyways. Looking at the enemy player, pretty good for all of his things. Surprisingly, Pegasus Knights, one of them not getting any kills. And the Dwarven player, obviously Belegar doing well. His Miners of Blasting Charges doing well. How many did his... See, his Iron Breakers only got 40 kills, so it was. I think it was a good decision to just charge in with the Minotaurs and try to stop them from firing. But yeah, thanks very much to my allies. Thanks very much to my enemies. This was a really fun battle. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more Warhammer content in the future, and I will see you in the next one.